Today, I'm going to be playing out the 2024 season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but after every touchdown that Najee Harris scores, we get to steal a player from the team he scored on. And I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers have already had an amazing season, but with that being said, this team has lost 3 games in a row against playoff teams. So if you can't beat playoff teams, you're probably not going to make it very far in the playoffs. So this team could definitely use some help. I mean, as you can see by their offense, it really isn't anything special at the moment. But on the other hand, I mean, the Steelers do probably have the best defense in the NFL right now. I mean, I'm a Ravens fan, so I love to hate on this team as much as I can. But to be fair, their offense has actually been pretty solid this season. But it's no secret that the defense has been carrying this team. But anyways, I mean, to start off our season in week 1, we're going to be taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And I feel like we should definitely be able to take care of Atlanta as long as we don't make too many mistakes. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was actually like a 7-point game when this actually happened, so it could actually be a pretty close one. That's a good start. Harris is gonna have the first down. I mean, I was hoping he would have got away for a bit of a bigger pickup, but I'll take the first down either way. I'm gonna put it back in the air though, and I'm hoping... Oh, hold on. That's kind of dangerous. We're going to throw an interception right to Jessie Bates, man. I knew the second I let that thing go, it was going to get picked. I mean, if Atlanta beats us, that's the only way it's going to happen if we keep making too many mistakes, because that was horrendous. But we did get the ball back after that, so it looks like our defense is definitely doing their job, which I kind of expected. I mean, we got the best defense in the NFL right now, so I really don't think they're going to be allowing a whole lot of points today, especially against Atlanta's offense, which has definitely struggled this season. From here on out though, I mean, I'm really not gonna try and risk too much. I cannot afford to throw any more interceptions in this one. We should have this wide open though. It looks like Williams is gonna be there for the first down. I kind of want to run that route that I threw the interception on a few minutes ago, but I'm kind of hesitant to do that because we just threw an interception with it, so I'm probably gonna wait a bit. We should have that open though. No way, it's knocked away again. I mean, George Pickens is solid, but I feel like we need some better receivers on this team, because if we had like a Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or something, they would not have dropped that football. But either way, we're gonna make up for it with a first down. I mean, 35 yards to go and we're in now, so we honestly might want to try running it here and see if Harris can get away. I mean, if he can get any separation at all, that's gonna be a first. I mean, the O-line does seem to be holding up pretty well right now, so I feel like we honestly should be good to just keep it on the ground for the rest of this drive. Harris is gone, man. That's gonna be close. That was almost his first touchdown of the video, but either way, I don't think 8 yards is really going to be much of a problem for us, but... yeah, never mind. I guess the red zone defense is not all that. We're going to get in easily. So that's going to be Najee Harris's first touchdown of the season. That also means that we get to steal at least one player from the Falcons after this game. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and so far it looks like our defense is taking care of business, man. I mean, they've only allowed 3 points, so they are obviously doing their job. So if we can score another touchdown here, that will make it a 3-score lead for the Steelers, which should honestly be enough to put this thing away. We honestly might already have the win right here because our defense isn't looking like they're slowing up at all, so they might not allow any more points from here on out. I'm gonna try and go for a few more runs with Najee here though, because so far the Falcons defense has really struggled against the run. That's another first down right there, and we're only 4 yards away, so as long as we don't get caught behind the line, I'm hoping that we can punch it in right here. We're gonna get caught like just short. Never mind, he's gonna push through for the touchdown. I thought we were for sure gonna get caught at the 2-yard line there, but I'll take it. That's 2 touchdowns on the game for Harris now. And after that, we did close this thing out. I mean, the Falcons did score a garbage time touchdown, so we're not going to hold them to 3 points, but either way, we'll take it 24-10. And obviously, since Najee Harris finished that game with 2 touchdowns, we got to steal 2 players from the Atlanta Falcons. And to help out the O-line, we took Chris Lindstrom, so I feel like he should help out the O-line a lot. And to make the best defense in the NFL even better, we also took Jessie Bates. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 5. We somehow managed to lose to the Chargers in week 3, so we're 3-1 right now, which is obviously still a solid record, but I was hoping we'd be undefeated. But either way, in week 5, we're going to be taking on the Dallas Cowboys, who have obviously been struggling. And I know the Cowboys have been struggling IRL as well, but I'm kind of surprised about this record right now because they're usually one of the most overpowered teams in Madden. I mean, as I said in the past, I feel like there's definitely a Cowboys fan working for EA, but if we can find a way to get out with the win in this one, they're going to be 1-4 to start off the season. So we have a pretty good chance to ruin their playoff hopes right now, but I'm going to keep it on the ground with Patterson, and it looks like never mind. I thought we were going to get caught pretty quickly there, but he just kept going through the contact, so we'll get another first down. I feel like Pickens has potential to get away for a huge play off of this route. Oh, he should have that too. Come on, we got it. And he dropped it, of course. Pickens has not had the best hands today. I mean, he's got a few solid catches for us, but other than that, he has had a good amount of drops that he definitely should not have dropped. So hopefully we can get a touchdown here so we can take CeeDee Lamb from the Cowboys, because that would definitely boost this team. How did that get through? I usually don't go to replay mode, but this one is just wild, man. I mean, it literally went right through his hands. So I guess now I'm supposed to kick a field goal because it's 4th and 7, but you already know I'm gonna go for it here, man. I mean, we're going for Najee Harris touchdown, so I'm hoping that we can get 7 yards to stay on the field. There we go. Williams is gonna redeem himself. We only need 15 yards now, and our run game was absolutely insane in the game against Atlanta, so I'm hoping that it will carry over. Dallas seems to be doing a little bit better at shutting this down, though. I mean, I'm really just trying my best to avoid Micah Parsons. He's been on the other side the whole time, so that's good for us. I mean, the Cowboys did bring up a 3rd down after that as well, so I'm gonna go for one more run. If this gets shut down, I'm probably just gonna end up putting it in the air, and Najee's got caught again. I don't know what's going on, man. I mean, I'm gonna be really upset if we came all this way for nothing. I'm hoping that he can get some separation here. I don't know if he's gonna have that. Come on, dude. He's got it. He held on to it too. That's gonna be a touchdown. We were cutting it close. I mean, if that didn't work out, we would have came all that way for no reason, but we are gonna get in the end zone last second for the score.
A few moments later.
We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter, though, and by the looks of it, our top-tier defense has not been very top-tier today. I mean, they've allowed 21 points to the Cowboys, which is a little bit alarming because this is a team that's 3-1, and that was a really bad interception. That's probably going to put this thing away. I mean, we only had 4 minutes to get 2 scores on the board, so I was kind of rushing there. But either way, if we didn't throw that pick, I feel like it really wouldn't have made a difference. I don't think we were going to come back in that game. I mean, I feel like that loss to the Cowboys is a little bit of a wake-up call for this team because they were 2 games below 500. That's a game that we definitely should not have lost, but on the bright side, we did get to take 1 player from the Cowboys, and obviously we had to go with CeeDee Lamb. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 11 to see how this team was doing, and I thought we were going to be pretty unstoppable with CeeDee Lamb, but it looks like we've lost a lot more than I was expecting to lose. I mean, we're 5-4 on this season, which isn't great, but I mean, at least we're above 500. In week 11, we have a really tough game, though, because we're going to be going up against Baltimore, who is currently 8-2, and they are leading the division right now. I mean, at the moment, the Ravens do have the #1 seed in the playoffs, so if we can pull off the upset in this game right here, that could really help this team get back on track. I'm going to try and go for a run with Najee right here, but I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't think that we're going to be able to do too much on the ground against Baltimore. That is a much bigger start than I thought we were going to have, though. I really want to try and do something with CeeDee Lamb here, though. If he can get some separation, that should be a pretty solid pickup, unless... Aw, we gotta go for that, man. I don't know if that's gonna work out. It looks like we are gonna bring it in with Williams, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the biggest throw that we have had all video so far. I mean, that was massive. That brings the ball all the way to the 3-yard line, and it looks like we are gonna have an easy touchdown with Harris. So that's definitely a hot start for the Steelers. And this is obviously a game that we need to have a hot start in. And after that, it looks like our defense did do a pretty good job because we held Lamar Jackson to 3 points. So we have a chance to go up by 2 scores if we can play this right. That's going to be a first down from Pickens, and he's going to hold on to it this time. I mean, the guy's had a few concerning drops so far in this video, but if he dropped that one right there, I mean, that would have been really alarming. But I'm going to try and go for a bit of a shot here. If Pickens or Lamb, we're going to have Lamb, man. That is going to be a massive play from CD. I mean, I easily could have brought that in for a touchdown with Lamb, but considering we are only 1 game above 500, I'd say we should probably try and add as many players to this team as we possibly can. No way, we're actually going to get caught here. I mean, Baltimore does have a pretty solid red zone defense, so this actually might be more difficult than I thought. If we get held out here, I'm going to be so upset, man, because it is 3rd down now, but we're going to get caught again, dude. I mean, this honestly might might backfire on me because it's 4th down now. So if this doesn't work out, we would have had an easy 7 points that we're not going to get. I mean, that is so embarrassing for this offense. We had 4 attempts to try and get 1 yard, and we could not get 1 yard. And even worse, Baltimore scored again after that. So we are losing right now. That could be a massive play, though. If we can bring it in, CeeDee's gonna be there again. So now it's the same exact situation that we were just in, man. I mean, if we can't get 2 yards here, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do, but this time it looks like we are gonna be in for the score. I mean, we should have a 2-score lead right now, but either way, that is gonna give us the lead back. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though, and it looks like this game is gonna be coming right down to the wire. I mean, Lamar did start this half off with the ball, and as you can see, he scored. So we're losing 20-13 right now, but we have gotten ourselves back into scoring position, and it looks like that is gonna be 3 touchdowns on the game for Najee now. So that is going to tie this thing up at 20. I mean, at this point, we kind of just got to hope that our defense can do their job. But after that, it looks like Lamar Jackson ended up closing this thing out in the 4th quarter. I mean, we are 5-5 right now, so this season is definitely not going the way I expected it to go. But on the bright side, we got to steal 3 players from the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm hoping this will turn our season around because Lamar Jackson is our new quarterback. So that is obviously a massive upgrade over Russell Wilson. And to help out the defense, we also took Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey. But that's going to bring us to week 13. Which is going to be our final game before we sim to the playoffs. And I feel like this should actually be a really good one because it looks like we beat the Browns in week 12. So we're 6-5 right now, and we're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, who are also 6-5. And at the moment, the Bengals do hold the final spot in the playoffs. So if we can beat them here, that's going to be a massive win for us. I'm going to start things off on the ground with Harris, though. This is already our 3rd drive of the game. We haven't really been able to get anything done so far, but I'm hoping things work out better for us here. I mean, that's already a pretty good start on the ground for Harris, so that's a good sign for us. I'm gonna try and go for CeeDee Lamb here. If we play our cards right, I feel like we actually have a pretty solid chance to go undefeated from here on out. I mean, we got CeeDee Lamb now, we got Lamar Jackson now, and the defense is absolutely loaded. So I'm really hoping that Lamar was the missing piece that we need for this offense, because that has really been the biggest struggle for this team. I mean, the defense struggled against Lamar Jackson, but other than that, they have been locked down all season. I'm gonna keep it on the ground again here, though, and hopefully Harris can punch this in for the score. So that touchdown is gonna put the Steelers on the board first. We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter, though, and by the looks of it, I mean, as long as we don't throw an interception or something, we should be able to win this thing. All we gotta do at this point is run the clock out and we're good. I'm gonna put in the air, which is probably a pretty dumb decision, but in the process of trying to burn the Bengals' final timeouts, I do want to try and score one more touchdown with Najee Harris. I mean, that's gonna set us up. So 3 yards to go, and he's gonna have his 2nd touchdown of the game. And looking at the defense right now, I can tell you that we are gonna be in for the touchdown. That was actually a lot closer than I thought. We almost got caught at the 1-yard line, but I'll take it. That makes it a 3-score lead for the Steelers. And obviously, we did hold on for the dub after that. And I don't want to say that's gonna be our biggest win of the season because there's still a lot of football to be played, but that dub right there is gonna put us in a playoff spot. And since our boy Najee Harris had another 2-touchdown performance, we got to steal 2 players from the Cincinnati Bengals. And to end things off for the offense, we took Jamar Chase. I mean, Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb, and Jamar Chase might be the most unstoppable trio that we ever see. And for the defense, we also took Trey Hendrickson. So as you can see, to end things off, this defense that was already loaded is looking like one of the best defenses in NFL history. And on the other hand, I mean, we have obviously taken this offense to the next level. I mean, there's been a lot of games that we have lost this season that we definitely should not have lost, but now that our team is 10 times better than it was when we started, I'm hoping the losing will be over for us. And it looks like things played out perfect for us because we're gonna go undefeated for the rest of the season to finish with a 12-5 record to somehow win the division. And to start things off, we're gonna be taking on the Bills in the wild card round. I mean, it did kind of slip my mind that the Ravens no longer had Lamar Jackson, but either way, I did not think that we were gonna be able to catch up to the Ravens because they were so far ahead of us in the division. But that's a crazy comeback for the Steelers, but to end off the season, Najee Harris had a crazy year. I mean, he's gonna finish with 1,200 yards for a career-high 24 touchdowns. But in the wildcard round, it looks like we barely snuck out with a 1-point win over Josh Allen, and it looks like we also took care of the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens. So now we play the New York Jets, who somehow got the 1 seed for a trip to the Super Bowl. So I guess in an alternate universe, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets are actually a good football team, but we are up 14-10 right now, and we're obviously in scoring position here. So if we can score a touchdown right now, I mean, they have a lot of time to come back, but that really could ruin their chances of winning this game. I'm gonna try and go for Lamb, who is wide open, and he's gonna be 1 yard short. I thought he was gonna have the easy touchdown there, but either way, I feel like we're pretty close, so I'm just gonna go for a QB sneak with Lamar, and it looks like he's gonna be in for the score. So that's gonna put the Steelers up by 11 points over the 1 seed Jets. So if we can keep this up, we're gonna be heading to the Super Bowl. It looks like the Jets are gonna be putting up a fight in this game, though. I mean, they are not gonna go easy. So I'm gonna try and go for Jamar because we are now all of a sudden losing. That's gonna be a massive play, though. So we're set up just like that. I mean, with all the weapons that we have on this team, I'm honestly pretty surprised that New York is hanging around right now. I mean, if we don't score a touchdown here, our season is probably gonna be over. And of course, we're gonna get sacked. I mean, that was a really bad time for that to happen. I'm hoping Freiermuth can get open here, but if he's locked up, actually, that should be a first down right there. That's almost a touchdown. And after that, I just let the clock run down as much as I could. So it's 2nd and goal, and we're gonna have like 1:20 when I snap this. So I'm hoping that we can get in here, because if we don't, that's gonna make a bit of an issue for us. But Lamar's gonna be in for the score. So as long as our defense can hold out for 1 minute, this Pittsburgh Steelers team should be heading to the Super Bowl. And it looks like Aaron Rodgers is down to his last breath, man. I mean, the Jets are working off of a 4th and 3. So if we can get the stop here, that is gonna end their season, and he is gonna throw an absolute brick of a pass. I mean, with your season on the line, that might be the worst pass that you can possibly make. So it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna take care of business. So we are now 1 win away from winning it all. But to end off the season, it looks like MVP is gonna be going to Patrick Mahomes, and it looks like the last team standing in our way is the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles. And so far, it looks like this game has been pretty much all defense, but we are up by 7 with 1:25 before halftime. So I'm hoping that we can take Jalen Hurts off the field and go into halftime with the lead. I mean, at the very least, I do want to try and hold them to a field goal, but it would be a lot better if they didn't put any points on the board. I mean, that makes it 3rd and 2. So one more stop, and we are gonna do that. Oh, dude, that's gonna be a huge play, and we dove way too early. So now they're set up. That was just awful defense on my end, man. I mean, that obviously should not have happened, but if we can hold them to a field goal, I would say this has been a success for us. That's gonna be another huge play, though. I mean, this offense all of a sudden is just tearing us apart right now. They only have 31 seconds to work with, though, so they do kind of need to rush here. That's gonna be close, man. I'm gonna try and blitz, but this honestly might burn me because I feel like he's definitely gonna be putting this in the air. I would be really surprised if he kept this on the ground. And he's gonna keep it on the ground. So now, all of a sudden, it is 3rd and goal. If he goes to Barkley, he actually might go for Barkley again, man. They do still have the 1 timeout, and it looks like we're gonna catch him again. And it looks like they are just gonna take their field goal. I thought they were gonna go for it on 4th down since they're at the 1 yard line, but I mean, I guess we did do our part. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though, and I was hoping that we'd have a chance to go up by 2 scores, but it looks like Philly did score to open up the half. So we're down 17-14 now, which means this is a very important drive for us. We're gonna have Jamar Chase wide open, though. I feel like we need to get in the end zone here, though, because Philly is absolutely loaded. So if we go down by 2 scores, I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to come back. Please work out. That was on 3rd down. So if that got shut down, we would have had a very tough decision to make, but now we have a fresh set of downs. I'm gonna probably go for Freiermuth here, who's gonna be wide open. So that sets us up. I mean, all of a sudden, we are 9 yards away from a touchdown. So I'm hoping we can end it off right here. If Patterson can get open, which it looks like he's gonna be open. We're gonna be so close. I thought we were gonna have that easily, but I guess I was wrong. And they got another stop after that as well. So now it's 3rd and goal. I feel like Freiermuth is probably gonna be our best option, or we can just keep it on the ground with Lamar. So that's gonna give the lead back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if we want to win this thing, we need to rely on our defense. We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter though, and this game is gonna come right down to the wire because we are down by 3 points right now, but we have 9 seconds to try and win this game. So I'm gonna try and go for Jamar Chase, and hopefully he can end this thing off for us. Actually, we're gonna have open field with Lamar, and we're gonna be in with 2 seconds left on the clock. So as long as we don't allow a Hail Mary last second, that is gonna win the Super Bowl. I mean, if we somehow find a way to lose this game, I am gonna be absolutely amazed, but it looks like we're gonna get an interception to end this thing off. So it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna be your 2025 Super Bowl champions. I mean, it's well deserved because we had to fight a lot to get to this game. I mean, I honestly didn't know if we were gonna be able to get the job done because we were losing a lot of games that we should not have been losing. But as soon as we added Lamar, this team turned things around. So it seems like Lamar Jackson was the missing piece to this puzzle, because as you can see, Lamar Jackson and the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy to end off the video. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out all my socials. I got everything linked in my description. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.